Hi everyone, Jenny here. We are going to review everything so far that I've learned in Pimsleur's Levantine Arabic course. This is the first three or so lessons. About a few years ago, I started this thing where I would just read different textbooks for different languages just because I was curious about like the format and like the grammar rules of the languages. I thought that was really interesting for some reason and it got me, I don't know, I would get really excited and I thought it was so cool to learn. So I'm in this weird pickle with my learning now where I understand it in multiple different languages. I understand the vast majority of the grammar rules, and my vocabulary is relatively decent, but when it comes to listening, I have to either listen like two or three times, or there's like a bit of a delay where I'll hear it and I'll be like, okay, I didn't understand that. And then 5 seconds later, I'm like, oh, okay, wait, I actually did get that. And when I go to speak, also, there's definitely a gap that I feel between my brain and my mouth. And it's like my mouth, I can feel my mouth wanting to move and wanting to speak, but there's just practice is required. And because so much of my language learning was based on text and based on writing and based on reading, I know, like, I know what I have to do. I need to practice listening, I need to practice speaking. And since I already have like a decent-ish background when it comes to grammar and vocabulary, I figured I would utilize the Pimsleur apps because I have the Pimsleur, the books or the audios, because I have used them in the past and I do think they're very good for learning. So this is my attempt to bridge the gaps in my knowledge, and also maybe I could help like somebody else, another Westerner or another American or native English speaker who is trying to learn. Just because I don't know, I'm a bit of a unique learner myself, so if I could help someone, that would be great. So, first we're going to start with a greeting. We have Sabah al Khair. Sabah al Khair. Now, did you hear the sound? That's not an English H. It's not Sabah al Khair. It's not Sabah al Khair. It's Sabah al Khair. Now, that is Alexa. Alexa's listening to us. Shh. So,
Artificial intelligence, AI, refers to computer systems capable of performing complex tasks that historically only a human could do, such as reasoning, making decisions, or solving problems.
Thanks, Alexa. All right, so that was weird, but it's not the English H. It's breathy. So a lot of Arabic speakers, or a lot of people who wish to learn Arabic, they do struggle with this sound. I struggled with it a lot myself when I first started learning, but I saw a really great tip once, and it's that pretend you're wearing glasses and you have to clean them. So you take your glasses off and then you blow into your shirt like and so start like that and then go like ha, hi, hoo. So you're going to start to train, like, train your throat, train your vocal cords to make the proper sounds. It's really cool, actually. So we have good morning, Sabah el Khair. And I myself, I need a lot of practice with the R because I cannot, I have such a problem doing like the trilled R, but I know I'm going to get there someday. And that's totally awesome, Never give up. What else? So we have excuse me. Afwan, 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 afwan. Now, this is very tricky because this is the ein, the ein letter. It's not it's not afwan, it's not eins, zwei, drei. It's not like eins in German. It's ah. The sound's gonna come from like the middle of your throat. Ah, see, like it's weird. It's a very tricky, hard letter to do, to say, to pronounce, but you just have to practice it. So off one, off one, off one. That means excuse me. And I'll start by saying, two sentences about me. Anna, that's me. Barif, I know. Inglisi, English. Ana barif Inglisi. Again, we have that ah sound in barif, barif. And I know I'm over pronunciating, but that's just so I can get comfortable using the language in the first place, and soon I'll be able to have more, what's the word? I'll be able to have more grace when I speak. So we have Ana barif Inglisi. That's a fact. I know English. I can also say Ana Amerikie. Ana Amerikie. So that is I'm American. But unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on what you like or dislike, Arabic is a gendered language, so there's going to be different forms for the different genders, and also plurals and all this fun stuff that we do not need to get into right this second. But I said, Ana barif Inglisi. Ana Amerikie. I know English, and I'm American. So if I wanted to ask a man if he knows English, I would say, Inta بتعرف إنجليزي. Now, we have Inta, which means you, for a man. We have بتعرف, which is the same word, the same verb for know, but instead of بعرف, we have like the t sound behind the B. So بعرف بتعرف. بعرف بتعرف. أنا بعرف إنجليزي. أنت بتعرف إنجليزي. But if I'm asking him, I should probably have like a rising intonation in my voice. So I have to get my question face on. أنت بتعرف عربي? I just asked him. I asked him if he knows Arabic. أنت بتعرف عربي? أنت بتعرف إنجليزي? That's how I would ask him. If he knows, does he know English? Does he know Arabic? I guess we'll have to find out. So if he knows English, he's going to tell you, he could tell you one of two things. He could say, نعم, أنا بعرف إنجليزي. He could also say, أنا بعرف إنجليزي. Now, نعم is more formal. That's going to be more like MSA, more Fusa. And then, that's just a little bit more casual. My tutor has told me to not use nam as much, so I just usually try to say But, everyone's a little different. We all have different likes, dislikes, whatever. If you are asking a woman if she knows a language or if she knows something, you're not going to say inta, because inta is for men. You're going to ask inti. Inti بتعرفي إنجليزي. أنتي بتعرفي إنجليزي. أنتي بتعرفي إنجليزي. Now we have inti for a woman, and then see how her verb changes. It's not بتعرف, it's بتعرفي بتعرفي. And you might be wondering, oh my gosh, how are we going to remember this? This is so confusing. Well, I have some tricks. So, for a man, we have inti. No, just kidding. For a man, we have inta. For a woman, we have inti. And who are two of the first people, mentioned in the Bible? We have Adam, Inta, Adam, and then we have Eve, Inti, Eve. So if you ever get confused, just think of, okay, Adam, Eve, Inta, Inti. What also we can do, and I just thought of this today while I was taking a shower, we have our verb to know, بعرف, بتعرف, بتعرفي. It kind of sounds like the word tariff, and everyone knows about the tariffs. Whatever you feel about them, they just, a few months ago, they were on everyone's mind. So, like, do you know about the tariffs? بتعرفي? بعرف? بتعرف? No, that's not it. بتعرف? Yeah, بتعرف. It sounds just like the verb. Okay, what else do I need to know? Or what else do we need to know? So if you want to ask how somebody is, you could say, well, keep this in mind. If you want to ask a man how he is, you would say, كيفك? كيفك? And again, we have the A sound because it's for a man. كيفك? كيفك? And now for a woman, we would ask her, كيفك? 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 And we have our I sound for Eve. What else? If we want to ask a group of people how they're doing, we have كيفكم? 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 Now, we're going to get more into that in future lessons, of course, but so how you ask how you are or how you're doing, that's going to depend exactly on who you are talking to. What else is there? Okay, so if he or she does not speak English, they would say la. La is no, la. Ana, ma. Ma is going to be our negator. Ana ma بعرف إنجليزي. أنا ما بعرف إنجليزي. Or maybe they know a little bit, they might say أنا بعرف شوية إنجليزي. أنا بعرف شوية إنجليزي. Or they might casually just say شوية. شوية. But think of this. So there's a difference between شوية and شوية. We put the شوية, شوية becomes شوية because it just sounds more natural, and it's easier for your word. It's easier to pronounce it. You know what I mean? And it's okay if you don't, because I'm not even sure I know what I mean. But I just wanted to point that out. What else do we have? We have, if we want to say please, we have min fadlak, min fadlak, min fadlak, min fadlak. And that's for if you're asking a man. We have our A for Adam. And then if you're asking a woman, min fadlak, min fadlak, min fadlak, please, min fadlak. And again, we have our I for Eve. So, yeah. Oh my goodness. I didn't write anything down because allegedly they say that it's better not to write things down. It's better to just learn with your ears. And that's something I need to learn. What else? I could say أنا بعرف إنجليزي منيح. أنا بعرف إنجليزي منيح. منيح. Again, we have that breathy H, and usually in certain I can't even speak English, and I have the balls and the audacity to come up here and pretend that I can coach somebody in Arabic. That is very funny. What else is going on? Yeah, so and if somebody asks you how are you, كيفك, كيفكم, I could say منيح. Or actually, I wouldn't say that because I'm a girl. I would say منيحة, 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 منيحة. شكرا. Shukran is thank you. Shukran, shukran. I don't know why, it just kind of sounds like thank you, you know? Like it sounds like thank you. It sounds very obvious that it's thank you. What else? And then to say goodbye, we would say ma salame. Ma salame. Ma salame. Ma salame. And again, I probably messed it up a few times there, but that's okay. It's all a part of the learning process. And great job today. Great job, guys. We did it. Hooray.